Have you ever achieved something, completed a task, reached a goal, done your best and still felt like it wasn't enough? Like no matter what you do, there's always this voice inside saying, you could have done better or others are doing more than you. If that's something you have experienced, it didn't start with your work life or adult responsibilities. It goes back to your childhood, to a stage of development described by Erik Erikson called as industry versus inferiority, which happens roughly between ages of 6 to 12. During this stage, your mind was trying to answer a very important question. Am I capable or am I good enough? This is the age when children enter school, begins to learn skills, receive feedback and most importantly start comparing themselves with others. Now imagine a child who tries to answer a question in class and gets it wrong and the class laughs. Or a child who scores 85% but is told, look at the topper, why can't you be like them? Or a child who puts in effort but is only appreciated when they achieve a certain result. These moments may seem ordinary, but for a child they are deeply emotional experiences because a child doesn't separate performance from identity. They don't think I made a mistake, they think I'm not good enough. And over time, these repeated experiences shape a belief system. If the child feels encouraged, supported and appreciated for effort, they develop a sense of industry. They believe I can try, I can learn, I am capable. But if they are constantly criticized, compared or only valued for outcomes, they develop a sense of inferiority. They believe I have to prove myself to be worthy, and that belief doesn't stay in childhood. It grows with you. As an adult, it may show up as perfectionism, people-pleasing, fear of failure, burnout, or constantly seeking validation. You may struggle to feel satisfied with your achievements because your self-worth has been tied to performance. You don't just want to do well, you need to do well to feel okay about yourself. And that's exhausting. But here's the truth, your worth was never supposed to be something you earn. It was something you were meant to feel. And healing this doesn't mean losing your ambition. It means separating your worth from your performance. So how do you begin? First, become aware of your internal voice. The next time you achieve something, notice, do you celebrate it or do you immediately look for what's missing? Awareness is a first step. Second, shift your focus from outcome to effort. At the end of your day, instead of asking, what did I achieve? Ask, did I show up? Did I try? This retains your brain to value effort over perfection. Third, allow yourself to do things imperfectly. Choose one task and complete it without overcorrecting, overthinking, or trying to make it perfect. This is uncomfortable, but it's powerful. Fourth, reduce comparison. Every time you compare yourself, you reinforce the belief that your worth depends on being better than someone else. Instead, bring your focus back to your own progress. Fifth, practice self-validation. Instead of waiting for others to appreciate you, say it yourself. I did well. I'm proud of myself. It may feel strange, but this is how you rebuild your internal confidence. And finally, give yourself permission to reset without guilt. Your value does not decrease when you pause because you are not a machine. You are a human being. And I want you to remember this. You were not born feeling not enough. You learned it. And anything that is learned can be unlearned. If this video helped you understand yourself, make sure you subscribe for more psychological based content that helps you heal and grow. And in the next video, we are going to explore something even deeper because healing doesn't start with fixing yourself. It starts with understanding yourself. So for now, bye-bye.